Alright, Sandfall. Interactive. I love my operatic music.
We are Sandfall Interactive, and welcome to our manor.
The song is so good! What is
We are a
this?
small studio based in Montpellier, France, working on our first game, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. It's a turn-based RPG set in the fantasy version of late 19th century Belle Epoque France.
Here we are.
Our grand adventure in game development actually
I
started
don't
as a
know
solo
what
passion
this
project.
is, but it
I
looks
wanted to
really
create something
nice.
like the JRPGs with turn-based combat I grew up with and loved, but that fully leveraged the latest tech, refreshed the genre with new features, and took place in a
And
compelling
it's
world.
turn-based. It takes the looks of an action game, like your typical, like as I said, Elden Ring clone, but it's a turn-based.
Guillaume and I started trading ideas right away, and that quickly turned into trading files back and forth. Soon, I was creating the
I
first
personally
prototypes of the
prefer
relaxing
turn-based, so I'm liking
combining
this.
real-time offense and
This is
defense
the new
elements
RPG with Ben
and a
Starr?
cinematic battle camera.
I was already sold on it
Things
before
really
you
clicked
said
when it came to
that.
the first version of these features. We felt we had something both challenging
Holy.
and fun.
As Tom and I went back and forth and iterated
Actual
on game
challenging
elements, the vision
turn-based,
started to
please?
come together, and I shared it with an old friend from university.
Guillaume and I are both passionate gamers, and when he described the project, I quit my job the following week and joined the team without hesitation. Because I believe that in video games, success
If the OST
always
is
starts
anything
with
like that
strong
intro,
creative vision. And we had that
Oh my God, the
defined
dog
by
on the desk.
3 core elements.
I really like the
story
art
with
style
great
too. It's
emotional
also
depth.
a good balance between like realistic
Gameplay
and
that
stylized,
innovates on the classics we love,
but done in its own unique way.
and a world
It's
that
not
is
too
completely
realistic.
original, beautiful, and immersive. We founded Sandfall Interactive on these tenets. A group of friends with a shared vision and the drive to make something great.
This too is your legacy.
God, this looks so good.
Core to every great RPG is a compelling story.
They actually
And
putting
we only
focus on the
spent
story,
4
thank
years
God!
Intensively developing and refining ours. And that started with the hook. 67 years ago, a massive slumbering paintress and a monolith appeared with no warning. Once a year, the paintress wakes and paints a number on her monolith, and everyone who has passed that age is erased. Every year that number ticks down.
I love this
everyone dies
concept!
younger and younger. Expeditions depart to kill the paintress.
Sounds like it's gonna make me cry. Bring it, bring it, bring it, bring it, bring it!
Returned. Our story follows Expedition 33.
Expeditioners,
Oh, the animation is well
we
done.
honor your dedication.
Oh my God, her pose. She's so powerful.
Guillaume and I knew early on that we didn't want to focus on good versus evil. What's interesting to us are people who, yes, are flawed, but
Morally
care
great
deeply
character,
about
yes!
each other.
Yes,
And
yes, yes!
conflicts arise because they have different perspectives on what needs to be done.
I'm sorry about
Oh, I love that. I love that type of
We
shit.
wanted our story to feel
I love
dark
things that
and
make me
mature,
think.
with adult characters who feel like real people with real experiences.
I'm always missing.
I'm crying.
something that everyone else
The
just-
OST is making
Part
me
of the story
cry.
is about overcoming an existential threat while struggling with loss and grief. And it's rooted in the characters' relationships, both to each other and to themselves.
I'm glad I
What
watched
are we
this
gonna
direct.
do, huh? Tell me, what are we gonna do?
In a world like this, how does one stay hopeful or make peace with their fate? What duty do we owe to each other or to ourselves? These questions are deeply personal to me, and they permeate the story behind the story.
Know that Lumiere fights with you. Tomorrow
The voice
comes
acting sounds so
Expedition
good.
33.
The characters all have their own
British voice
motivations
acting
and
has been
perspectives.
kind of great
Sam and
lately.
Lune are deeply invested
Anything
in
that
the
has British
expedition,
like
even in
dubbing,
the
I've
fight all the
heard
time. To them,
amazing
the mission is
voices.
tied not only to
I know
their
it used to have a
family,
reputation
central
for
to
being
their
some of the
identity
weakest,
and
but
purpose.
man, did they turn that around?
Cover
There's a-
every contingency.
There's
You know that.
Contrast that with Ciel, whose darkest days have already happened.
I like her
The stars
design.
whispering to you.
Kind of biased though, 'cause
Actually-
midriff.
I'm the one whispering to them. It's something my dad and I used to do.
And Maëlle, who cares more about really living her life, not just living longer.
Gustav, are you
It's hitting the right spots of what you like in an RPG.
Not
Same!
all dark, though. Along the way, they meet various colorful NPCs.
Looks like tons of cutscenes, hopefully a good
with a
balance to
friendly but
gameplay
kinda
too. I hope
bloodthirsty
so.
Philosopher and a fully playable character. He has a really cool battle
He
mechanic.
seems
where he can
cool!
turn into the enemies he defeats.
He has a nice, unique design. I can imagine people making like merch and stuff of him.
He's
Oh god, the music.
Very old and has seen many expeditions come and go. He is a Jestroll, which are a group of playful beings who view battle as a form of meditation. They're fun and sort of ridiculous. You'll meet Monoko and many other Jestrolls across the game. And of course, there is Esquier, who is one of the oldest and lore-wise the most powerful creatures in the world.
Esquier is that powerful?
He'll be your mount and help you travel to secret corners of the
That
world.
was cute.
And
What
by
is
using
this
back
game?
to special stones, you can unlock abilities for him.
I
to
love
access
this
new
game.
areas of the world
I love
and find
unique
exciting
character
secrets.
design. This is truly a passion project. The easiest way to get me to like 100% want to support your project is to make it a true passion project where like you can just tell it oozes all the charm and love that the devs put into it, and I'm really loving this. You can tell how much it means to them, and that excites me a lot.
Gameplay. Our reactive turn-based system takes the traditional turn-based battle mechanic we love and adds real-time reaction, which gives combat greater intensity and dynamism.
So it's a turn-based
During
one that
enemy
hopefully
turns,
will
you
still
can
get the
negate all
type of
damage
people who
by
find
dodging
turn-based
or
slow and
parrying
boring.
at the right time.
That's kind of genius.
Balancing turn-based with real-time mechanics took a long time to get right. During initial
Party's one
playtests,
dude and three
turn-based
ladies who
players
like those
often found the
numbers. I
real-time
feel
elements
kind of
too hard.
robbed, but
Some of us are still
It's still
traumatized by
okay.
enemies from back then. We've done a lot of rebalancing since, and with a lot of iteration, we ultimately came up with a formula that we're proud of. Players who are good at real time can take more risks, and others can counterbalance.
I
with
very
items
much
and
like games that
strategies.
take risk. This one's
big
taken a
part
lot.
Of that formula lies in the many ways you can customize your character.
I really hope this succeeds.
We spend a lot of time designing each character's
This
unique
might be
mechanics
the
and
game
their
that's
custom
like
skill trees.
I don't follow as many
Philosophy is
Western
making
games just
every
because a
type
lot of the
of
games I
playstyle
play tend
viable
to be
so
like
that
Japanese or
everyone can
Korean.
have fun with how they play the game.
But this
Each
might be
character has a unique
like
mechanic.
out of all the
Nice
Western
switches
games
between
released
stances
in like
which
the
can
past number of years,
alternately
this might be the
use
one I've been
missions
most
for
hyped
power.
for.
I personally
And it's
like
their
to make
first
Naz
game.
the protector of the
That's
group, but
insane.
I'm pretty much the only one at the studio who plays her that way. Most people play her as a glass cannon with Gustav's complementary skills. The characters can also equip hundreds of passive effects, which in our game are called Lumina. Every character has more than 20 unique skills in their skill tree and hundreds of passive effects they can gain through Lumina and weapons. So there are a ton of builds and playstyle to explore. Needless to say, we can't wait to see how you choose to play and what kinds of build you'll design that we probably never even imagined.
Hidden gem indeed. I don't think any of us
Our story
expected
is
this
set
to
in
be
the French
like
fantasy
a
world,
standout.
and I was really excited to design something unique.
I can't. I'm literally in shock.
Every level has its own color and texture identity. For example, the Jestroll Village is an early area in the game
I
where
love
players
the
can enjoy a fun
environments.
break. We wanted something that feels chaotic, grungy, and toy-like. It's basically a bazaar. Everything's disorganized, chaos everywhere, huts are unsafe, built without much thought. It's a place where anyone could
The
fight you at
absolute
any point,
commitment
which
to just
is
make
pretty
a
much what the
vibe
Jestrolls are like.
for the areas instead of just the most generic, like here's a market.
Jestroll Village is hidden inside the ancient sanctuary. The ideas here were forest, labyrinth, and sentinels. I designed it as a vibrant place, like an old graveyard of Jestrolls, or forgotten wooden toys in a box, with two main colors, red and white. I wanted to make it feel cozy, hidden from danger, with traps and labyrinths in case enemies get in. Same process with the characters. Monoko came in a single concept. I thought of a monkey-like body, white fur with a black and red flat mask.
Ladies.
That's some of the most unique design I've ever seen.
For Escape, we needed a cuddly companion to take us around the world.
The more I
Thought
see of
instantly
this
a
game,
giant
the more I
inflatable
really
balloon
want to
and
play
old
it.
Victorian pillows with many intricate motifs. We start with the core themes and ideas, and the visuals grow organically from there.
I didn't think there'd be something so hype
From the
in
very
this
start of the
direct, like
project,
genuinely,
there was one
holy
thing
moly.
we wanted to bring back from older JRPGs.
It was worth waking
A feature
up for
we really
this one.
loved, but it's very rare these days. A completely 3D
It feels like a game that might be a real
navigable
test at
world
Switch
map.
2. If it's
Yes,
multi-platform, we
got
can
a world
hope.
map. And it was a real challenge to create, both artistically and technically. And it ended up a lot bigger than we expected. You'll
I'm only
definitely
gonna
need
play as
SKZ
them,
out
by
to
the
try
way.
We're super happy with the result, though, as there's a lot of side paths and entire hidden levels. If you want to fight the toughest
hidden
bosses of the
levels.
game, you will have to explore. Good luck.
Oh no. The type of game that I never finish. Because I need to explore
With all of
everything.
our hearts and souls into this
Turns the
game
original Switch
for
into
the
a
past
bomb, it
4
would.
years. That's why we're delighted to announce that Expedition 33 launches on April 24th.
That's so
Xbox Series X and
soon!
S and is available day one with Xbox Game Pass. You can
Writing it
already
down.
choose the game and follow us for more info.
We are super excited to invite you into the world of Expedition
Nice.
33. We are a small, passionate team. It's our debut game, and we can't wait for you to discover.
That's
our
their
story,
debut game?
our
Ah,
world,
damn, I
and
want
our
to see what they
take
can
on
do.
the journey.
Also,
On
Yuno,
behalf
thank you
of
so
everyone at
much for the
PAMployee, thank you for
raid.
joining us.
I hope you had a
You're
really
welcome.
nice stream. They just made a
Demain
really,
viendra.
really cool announcement
comes.
for an upcoming
Demain
French game that
viendra.
looks so
Demain
cool.
viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
Clair Obscur. Man, that looks amazing.